Well, we've made it back up to the mountains. This is a camp spot I haven't camped in before. Actually, 2 weeks ago, when we left from the last video to head home, I actually went back up to Stanley to kind of see how much snow there was. And there's a lot still. There's a lot. So anyway, but coming back through, I was kind of watching for some more places to camp. I mean, I've been up and down this road hundreds of times, but I don't know, maybe hundreds. It's been a lot. But I've always gone up higher. So down from here down, the snow goes away a lot quicker. So I saw this going back in here, and I could kind of see from the road, it looked like it might be pretty cool. So I decided this week to come check it out. I figured worst case, if this doesn't work, I was gonna have to go somewhere else, but I think it's gonna do. I think it's gonna do. Looks pretty good. So I'm gonna get camp set up and enjoy the weekend. So I noticed the bathroom doorknob is a little loose, so I am going to fix that. I just need to tighten up some screws. So go do that right now. Well, I think that should do it. I could tell it's starting to wear on this right here. You can see that right here. It was kind of starting to wear. I was like, that must not be tight. So I started checking it out, and sure enough, it wasn't. Tight now though. Well, kind of got camp set up, I think, for the most part. Kind of warm today. It's not bad now. I got kind of sitting in the shade, but took my sweatshirt off. Now there's starting to get a little slight breeze, so it's actually not too bad. But before it was kind of warm. So anyway, we're gonna hang out here for a bit, and I'll have to take you and show you kind of around what this is like. So we're kind of at the end of the road. We're coming off the main road. It comes this way and goes that way. We're at the end of the road this way. And looks like a pretty good camp. Got a nice fire pit. Anyway, I'll show you around here in a minute. Right there is the main road. So we're just barely off, but we got some trees blocking us. But it's kind of limited up this direction. I'm kind of up where I was, well, I'm past where I was a couple weeks ago, closer to Stanley. but there's not a lot of places to get off, and if you go much past this, you get into snow pretty good. So anyway, this is kind of what it looks like here. Got a campfire there, and then just right over there is the river. But anyway, it's nice down here. Anyway, so if you go back this way, so this is where we came in from, and we're right at the end of the road. But so far nobody's in here. There's a couple other camp spots, I think 2 or 3 other camp spots people could camp, but nobody's here at this point. Pretty good chance there probably won't be anybody here this weekend, but you never know. But anyway, so this is the road we come in. Kind of comes down along here. We just kind of look back here. There's camp. So pretty nice. There's a spot here where people have camped. Not as recent as where I'm at, but still not. The other spot's better, but this isn't horrible. Got the river right there. You can see a little snow over across the river. But so right up here you can see the burnt trees. That was a huge fire they had back here last summer. Started down by Grand Jean, and which is, I don't know, I think it's like, I can't remember how many miles it is. I don't remember if it's like 12, 15, or 20 something. But the road is back this way, the main road, and then not very far, and then the dirt road goes back to Grand Jean. But anyway, that fire burned this. We're right on the edge of it. It came right down over there, but it didn't actually get where I'm at. But if you go that way just a little ways, it crossed the road, and if you can see up on top there, it burnt. And there's actually some spots over across the road where it kind of got up into here a little bit. You can see a little bit right there. But that same fire is the one that crossed the road, and then it burned clear to Stanley, which is a long ways. It split in a couple different directions, and it burned up a lot of the forest. So anyway, we got this spot here. Kind of walk down this way. Yeah, so here's another spot. Kind of right off here. They got a pretty good fire pit here. They got it all built up and everything. But yeah, I like the spot we're at. Like I said, it's the end of the road. It's nice. It's flat. I parked my truck. It was level. I didn't have to do any leveling. But yeah, this isn't bad. But right there by the river again. All these are going to be right by the river. Yeah, so clear up on top there. Looks like it burned up there too, but still got snow up there. You don't have to go very far from where I'm at, and you get up in the snow. And then the further you go, the worse it gets. Or the better it gets, however you want to look at it, I guess. Decided I better get a fire going. We've got a chance of rain showers. I don't know if they'll do anything or not, but there's a chance this evening, and I'm going to cook my meal on this, so I decided I better get this going and get dinner done in case it starts to rain. So we will do that. See how that works. Kind of have a mess here in the fireplace. Whoever was here before me, so I had to grab a garbage bag and kind of clean some of this up. But start this, and maybe I can burn some of that other wood that they've got in there that's not burnt. Kind of funny talking about possible chance of showers this evening, and I feel a couple little drips, just very, very little, but there is some moisture coming out of the sky. So we'll get this fire going good and let it burn down, and then I'll cook my dinner. And hopefully it doesn't do too much, but if it does, we'll hang out in the camper or something. We'll just see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. But that's starting to burn pretty good. It'll take a little while for it to kind of burn down to some coals. I bought these things off Amazon, kind of like shavings almost, and I'm sure it's got something on it, but I've been kind of trying that. A lot of times I use starter fluid. I cheat, but I decided to try these things, and you stick a couple down there, light them up, put the wood, some flat wood, and then just kind of like I did, and it seems to work pretty good. I actually brought this wood from home because I wasn't sure what I'd find here. Some of these times there's people that camp a lot. Some of these areas that I'm not familiar with, then I don't know if how picked over the wood would be. There's actually wood around here. It's just whether it's how dry it is, I guess. There's actually several down trees that I could probably cut up, but I just don't know how dry they are. So I just brought some from home, and at least to get it started. If I wanted more, I could go probably cut some of that up, put it over the coals, and probably burn fine. So I haven't roasted hot dogs over the fire in a long time, and I always kind of enjoyed doing that. So tonight I decided to just do really simple. Cook me some hot dogs over the campfire, and then I got some macaroni salad to go with it. So this ought to be good. Fire's getting burnt down. I got some pretty good coals over here. So sit here and cook these up. I don't know what it is, but when I'm camping, in the evenings I really enjoy just sitting around a campfire. When I was younger, we used to go. I was probably in my 20s. I had brothers that are younger than that, and we'd go up camping different places, and we'd sit around the campfire. We'd ride four-wheelers and do different stuff all day long, and then in the evenings it'd get dark. We'd sit around the campfire till, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning, joking around and having a good time. But those good memories. But I don't know, something about just being up here in the mountains, sitting around a campfire, just it's peaceful. I think this summer I'll cook more things over the campfire. I used to have a grate that years ago when we'd come up, I just bring the grate and we just cook hamburgers and whatever just right on the grate, just propped over the campfire, and I didn't use it for a long time. I ended up throwing it away. And then recently I was like, I kind of wish I would have held on to that. That's kind of the way it works. I can always buy another one or something similar. Yeah, this is like classic camping, cooking hot dogs. Most of the time, for a long time, I just do hot dogs or hamburgers. Well, I think they're looking like they're done. I think I'll go get a plate and put them on it and grab me some macaroni salad. All right, I think this is gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna pick a plate here. I have to do to my dishes. There we go. looking good. Gotta have a little salt and pepper. I like pepper. I'll throw a little ketchup on here just in case I want some. Alright, go out and sit around the campfire. Sit down. Good boy. Yeah, this is really good. So when I was driving up here, so this last week, finally got the hitch on so I can pull a trailer behind the truck and camper. So I think it's gonna work awesome. Pretty solid. But so I'm actually looking forward to being able to do that. I was just driving up here. I was like, yeah, one of these next times I'm probably gonna have to do that. But when I get back, while I've got the camper on the truck, I need to put that extension back on and then get my trailer, put it on there and get the Jeep on it, figure out exactly so I can get the tongue height right with the get the ball in the right height for the tongue of the trailer. So I think I'm gonna try and get that done once I get back from camping this weekend, and then hopefully I'll be able to tow that here one of these next trips pretty quick. I'm really looking forward to getting up and playing in the snow a little bit. I think it's gonna be fun. In fact, I might drive back up past here. Probably another half hour or so past here. Probably about a half hour, I think, probably at the most, to the turnoff where we normally go back in and play. And I might drive up there when I leave here to kind of see where the snow level is, because there's a lot 2 weeks ago. I was just looking back on my camera roll. It was about this time last year that me and my son took the 392. It was about almost exactly this time of the month when we took the 392 up, and it was snow clear to the road. And then we aired down, and of course 4-wheel drive, and we went clear back into the one camp spot. We just came up for the day, and it was a lot of fun. So we'll see. I might drive up there, because sometimes if the weather's warm enough, in a couple weeks, it's amazing how much snow melts. But I'd like to go up there before the snow goes away from the road, whether it be a day trip or just take the Jeep back in there and camp. I did that a couple years ago by myself. I just took my orange Jeep in with the rooftop tent, went back into the one campground, and it was snow back into there, and then there's sections that were melted in the campground, and I just camped there. It was a lot of fun. So I'll either do that, or we'll just go on for a day trip, and that gives us, we can play in the snow a little bit, and then usually within a couple weeks or so after that, probably a couple weeks, I'll be able to get the truck in and do some camping, and then we can go right above there, go over the summit, back into a couple different places and go play in the snow there. So I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to get the Jeep on the back of the truck and see how it looks and how it works. So it ought to be good. You've been down getting a drink of water. You're all wet. Well, it was a pretty good dinner. I haven't done that in a long time. Just cooked hot dogs over the campfire. It's kind of nice. I think we're going to hang out here around the campfire for a while. We got a few clouds kind of coming in. Nothing that looks like it's going to do too much. It might sprinkle a little. So we'll see how the night goes. Definitely gets a little breezier on and off. But still not cold, just nice. But we'll see. We might get some rain, we might not. Definitely have clouds. Well, good morning. Nice day today. Clouds are all gone. It's nice and sunny. It actually sprinkled a bit as it was getting, not before it got dark, but as it's starting to go that direction. And then I think around 10 or so it rained pretty good. Everything's pretty wet. In fact, you can see where it dripped off the camper. There's a line. I mean, it wasn't super hard, but definitely enough to make everything wet. But anyway, so here in a bit, I'm gonna get breakfast going and kind of go from there. Well, we got our you doing, Gus? Well, we got our breakfast out of the way, and then just kind of been hanging out. Got all the dishes done. Probably hang out here for a little bit, and then probably start kind of cleaning things up. But it was an enjoyable trip. New spot. I never camped here before. It's actually pretty nice. Liked it. Got a little rain last night. Kind of made everything a little bit wet, but it's kind of drying out now. But no, it was a good trip. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you on the next one.